Hello, hi, it's Eleanor from Knit Nottingham. How are you doing? I've just realised I've forgotten my glasses. It doesn't matter, because I don't need to know if this is in focus because it's on my phone. How are you doing? I'm doing okay, thank you. I don't think you can see. Sprained my ankle last Saturday. I went out drinking. I went to a bottomless brunch. Have I said I'm from Knit Nottingham? Yeah. And anyway, you don't need to know that. I just thought it's the first thing I wanted to tell you. How are you doing? I'm doing okay, thank you. The most important thing that I'm saying to you today, because this is going to get up today, it is Friday today, is that tomorrow we're doing the Knit in Public thing. And I can't believe it's been such a hot and disgusting and slow and gross week. And then tomorrow, apparently it's going to rain. But I don't think it is, touch wood. I think that despite the fact that it's been consistent all this week, I think the weather forecast is going to change and it's going to be dry, bright, warm with a fresh breeze. Do you know what I mean? If it's not, just on the off chance that it isn't, we're going to use down here, which wasn't an option actually before because downstairs was such a kind of gross, disgusting space, but actually it'd be quite nice to have you down here. So I don't want you to worry. We're not going to be like squeezed into the upstairs like we used to be. Obviously I do want you upstairs because half of the point of this, or most of the point of this, a good half to 75% of the point of this is to get you buying some stuff and want to have a good day at the shop, especially after this week, which has been horrendous. You know, I was like a couple of months ago, I was like, oh my God, I hate my life and the shop is so slow and I don't know what to do. And well, it had been better, much better. And then this week, this heat wave, to be fair, even I don't want to buy wool in this horrendous weather. So I'm hoping for a good day. But so if outside is not doable, then we do have this gorgeous downstairs. In the morning, I think I've said this on the thing as well, I actually have a dyeing lesson and that will be going on until it's 11 till 1:30. So that won't be an option until then, but to be honest, it doesn't usually sort of hot up until about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. Yeah, hot up. It's like a club. Anyway, whatever. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. If you don't know about it, you just literally have to turn up to the shop. You bring your projects that you're working on at the minute. We're going to knit together, crochet together, spin, weave, whatever you want to do. And bring some snacks, bring some booze if you want to booze, no booze if you don't want to booze. And we are going to just have a gorgeous time talking to each other. I feel sick about it. I don't know about you, but I've got some anxiety about it, about how it works. But I mean, it's always worked before. We've always managed before, and it just works. You just plonk the right people together and it just works. So I'm really hoping that tomorrow will be an example of that, because I feel I need it anyway. I need to see my people. Cool. And then the other thing that I thought that I'd tell you about this week, if you saw my mailing list, and if you didn't, you need to get onto the mailing list. You can sign up at the bottom of every single page on the website. I have actually been doing some crochet. Haha! I'm a little bit, oh my God, it looks so gorgeous, doesn't it? I'm a little bit further on than I was when I did the mailing list, which I think was on Thursday. No, Wednesday. It doesn't matter. It was all in pieces and not totally finished. Oh, it looks so gorgeous, doesn't it? So pleased with it. So this is the Postcards with Love crochet along from King Cole, and I am doing it in the cotton soft, which is, I'm so glad I'm doing it in the cotton soft. For the shop, it's not a personal thing. I don't think this would fit in any part of my house in particular. Also, it's quite small, but there's a whole nother set of blocks going on. So it's like a lap blanket, I suppose. And yeah, it kind of fits like that. So this is the first 2 clues. And until this time on Sunday, so I started doing it and enjoyed doing it, but the tension was wrong. It was too loose, it was too slack, and I didn't really realise until I got to doing the, I think she calls these the cherries, but I think they're flowers. I didn't really realise until I was doing that it was too loose. So I ripped it all back again, started again, and got to, I think I got to where these bits are, the sort of big long bits of the sun, star, whatever it's supposed to be. And I cocked it up. So I had to rip that back down a little bit, and that's where I'd left it for quite some weeks. Anyway, as of Sunday, because of my foot probably, I just had to sit down and do some crochet. I'm watching Bridgerton, and I wrote a mailing list about it, because I know that there's a lot of people have been feeling a bit like, oh. And actually, do you know, I was really surprised at the open rate of that. It was about 70%, so thank you for those that opened it. When we're sending mailing lists, I used to send mailing lists fairly regularly. Oh, there's a fly. I used to send mailing lists fairly regularly, monthly, and I used to find it really stressful because I always had to find something to talk about on that month. But I've stopped doing that now. I try and focus on one thing that I want to talk about, and I send them when I feel like sending them. And it seems to be, I feel a lot better about the mailing list, and I sort of want to talk about them. I don't quite know how they fit, that sort of thing fits in with the blogs. Because I guess that's also sort of blogging. But Casper's really taken over the blog, but I had something to write on the blog. Did I write that down so that I'm not going to forget it? Because I'm thinking about it now and I don't know what it was I wanted to talk about. Oh, I do know. I do know. Anyway, right, so listen, if you read that mailing list, oh yeah, so when we write mailing lists, I'm not just, I'm trying to sell to you. That is literally the point. I'm here trying to sell to you. I guess I'm selling, right now, I'm selling like my personality. And if you like it, then hopefully you'll come into the shop and then you'll buy something. So I'm not necessarily saying buy this product, although, buy this product. Because it's gorgeous, really gorgeous. Did I tell you? Oh, I can't remember. Sorry. It's all about selling. It's all marketing, isn't it? And I've forgotten what I was going to say. It's all marketing, and oh yeah, but I try and make the blogs informative. Sometimes it's formative about my opinions, sometimes it's about stock, sometimes it's about events going on, but like I will never just send a email that's just like, you know, like 20% off everything, like really sort of generic. They're always actually written by us about something. Do you know what I mean? So I think that they're worth reading, and I think that that 70-something% open rate reflects that, because that is much higher than the average open rate within our industry, according to Shopify. Anyway, so I'm on number 2. I've done number 2, the number 2 clue of this. I do have, I've done some, I think it's that side. These are little beach huts. Need to sew the door on, and then they get sewn onto the bit that's here. But I've been looking at the group, and loads of people have done some really cute like flip-flops and stuff, so I think I'm going to do those as well. And I'm not worrying too much about it. The point of the email, and it was a great email, was a few maybe hopefully like less conventional ways of getting yourself back into knitting or crochet if you're on a oh yeah, I don't know why I started that this morning. I managed about 5 stitches on the bus. Less conventional ways of getting into back into knitting and crochet if you have lost it. Like I know there's loads of blog posts, and like people talk about that all the time, don't they? But one of the ways that I do it is by literally doing exactly what you want, and because so often I think that we put deadlines and pressure on ourselves to do stuff in knitting and crochet that we don't need to do. It's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be enjoyable. And so if the thing that is enjoyable to you is not sewing in ends, don't sew in ends, do some crochet instead. I mean, eventually you've kind of got to sew in your ends, unless you're Davina. And I have, for example, sewn in ends on all the square corners, and I think 3 of these longer ones, but I haven't yet sewn in the ends on here. I will do, I'll make myself sew in the ends. But the thing that got me back into crocheting or back into actually like enjoying the crochet, not just blah, 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 was the fact that this was really stressing me out for no reason. The pattern's fine, I just was stressed out by it. So I thought, sod it, I'm gonna start doing these longer bits. And the minute that I started doing that, which is a much simpler, there's no counting or anything really, much simpler. The minute I started doing that, I found the love again, and I was like, oh, da, 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 da. And then because I found the love again, once I finished one of these, I said to myself, right, you've got to do a round of this. And then I went back and did another one of these. And then I made Chris print me out the next clue, and I found out that the next clue was another 2 of those, and also this absolutely gorgeous little heart square, which I just think is delicious. I don't know how well you can see, but it's got a little, you crochet into the back loop, so it's got a kind of ridge. It's just, it looks absolutely fabulous. And I'm not really into hearts and stuff, nice things like that, gross. Anyway, so that wasn't the point of this, that was the point of the mailing list that I sent in, but whatever, sent out. Have you read it? Did you enjoy it? Are you going to thank me for it? I've got a couple of emails back from it that I need to respond to, so I will do that today. I've got a private lesson in half an hour or so, and then I've got to prepare for the lesson that is tomorrow morning, and also prepare for the party tomorrow. So everything's going well here, everything's kind of busy, kind of frantic, but nothing's the matter. I mean, everything is the matter, obviously. I have anxiety, so all the time, every day, everything is the matter, but there's nothing more the matter than is normal. Do you know what I mean? Oh my God, do you know, I should say, and I forgot to say, we've got a load of new stuff for tomorrow. Jill Page has brought in some gorgeous bags, and which I don't think we'll have time to get onto the internet before, but that means that they're a shop special. So if you want some of the new Jill Page bags, brill. And also one of our suppliers, shall I tell you who? No, I'm going to put it on Facebook tonight though, and Instagram. Do you know, I might write a mailing list to get sent later tonight after the shop's shut. Oh God, can I do, oh God, is there enough time to do everything? I was just thinking to myself, I actually really need to get them onto the till so that we can just scan them tomorrow, all the new stuff, but it hasn't even turned up yet. I hope it turns up. If it doesn't turn up, I've got to get on the bus, get the car, drive the car, pick up the, oh God, anyway, can't even think about it, don't want to think about it. Listen, got to get all of that stuff on the till, but I haven't got the barcodes until it turns up. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Everybody stop panicking. I don't know where I was before I started having that thought. Anyway, right, okay, so got new stuff coming. Really excited about that. Think you're going to be excited about it, and literally cannot wait to see my people. And I'm really nervous to see if some of the like old regulars that I haven't seen so often turn up. But I'm also excited to see perhaps some of the new regulars that started coming over COVID, started crocheting and knitting over COVID, or discovered us over COVID, come and to interact and to meet the new people. Casper and Katie have not been to a party yet. They Katie started literally just before COVID, and Casper started during COVID, so we haven't had a party. And because I cocked up my dates, we cocked up my dates. I'm not there in the morning, so they're not there. I mean, what am I going to do really? Just tell everybody to relax, I suppose. Anyway, listen, they're on their own. So whoever is going to turn up and come all day, can you please come like relatively early so that you can just be a presence that knows what's going on for Casper and Katie. We did have a meeting this morning, and I said, this is what you can expect. And it's not, it's just an enjoyable, relaxed day. Somehow it always works. I need to stop anxietying about it, I reckon. Cool. I think that's me done. I know it's quite a short one, but that's the two main things that I wanted to talk about, is the party tomorrow, all the new stuff, and also I am crocheting again and I'm loving it, and I loved it. I just think that's gorgeous. I just really think it's gorgeous. And you know, when I said that it was simple for sort of beginners and intermediate people, but it's also going to challenge you a little bit, it's doing that. It's doing that. Maybe partly because I can't count, but also, for example, finding the right amount of stitches. Oh, I've bored myself. Finding the right amount of stitches around this heart was a bit of a faff, and then counting stuff around in the to make the heart into a square. Fantastic. Anyway, love it, love it, love it. I'm going. Goodbye. Thank you very much.